always just that active and defending.
I think it's like.
People deluded. I'm back again now. West Ham 1, Arsenal 2, Arsenal 2, West Ham 1. You know, we've put 3 wins on the trot together and I'm happy, people. Obviously, Arsenal is an emotional roller coaster. Hit the like button, people. Appreciative to everyone that was on my live stream. Blink, can you miss it? Madness, people. It's another game like Chelsea and United we could have won. For as good as we might have been, or good moments and fight and resilience and stuff, we could have won, lost or drawn. So in terms of game management and improvements, can we, pardon me, cut down the drama? Can we start games more? Can we, cut out the stray passes consistently? Can we stop conceding cheap goals and things which, like today, follows on from probably the 3 games that we lost against, when we lost against Southampton, Crystal Palace, and obviously Brighton, the 2 we conceded at Chelsea, the 1 against United, and the minutes these goals were conceded, and the one today where, it's come over on Tavares' side. But to be fair to Tavares, him, Gabriel, and Gabriel Martinelli, nobody's taking responsibility. Now, if I start with the improvements, like I said, game management, starting a bit quicker, switching on a bit better, just playing to a certain standard. We were quite open defensively. The midfield was free for all. Both teams had good and bad moments, really. It probably was 1-1 at halftime was probably the fair result, people. Even the minute we've conceded, man, we've just taken the lead. So they're the things we can improve. In terms of the things I'm happy about, obviously it keeps this top 4 thing going. In fact, we're playing European football in some capacity next year. So I would say that's a step in the right direction for one. Obviously, it keeps our top 4 hopes alive because we all saw, or some of you even looking at third, we saw Chelsea lose, we saw Spurs, and Son scored a cracking goal. We saw Spurs win. So we knew what we needed to do. And this marks the end of, I'm also happy that we started this month better than last month. And this ends that sort of 6-game period. In the 6 games I've said, in Man United, West Ham United, Chelsea, and obviously Brighton, Southampton, and Crystal Palace, this was the make or break period. Now, we've done a get back in it. We lost those first 3 games. We've won these 3 games. We need to go to Leeds with the same mentality, work on things, improve things, and get the 3 points. That's the main thing. It's that part of the season you've just got to slug through. You'd rather get the 3 points and then talk about, wanting to improve the performance and things later. The only thing I would say is that I'm upset. I'm not upset about Holding. I'm upset that Eddie couldn't get a goal. I think his performance deserved it. Maybe on another day his finishing needs to be better. Big save from Ramsdale. Saka and Martinelli stat padding with assists. El Nene second half did very well. Tavares done better in the second half. Xhaka the same. So yeah, man, it's just about the team. It's just about getting the performance. It's just about getting the result. We knew we was going against a team that was in Europe, and that's another thing to improve. We looked like we was in Europe as well. I don't know if it's West Ham, they're buzzing as a club. The fans, them are going to make noise. Sometimes when you're tired, that can physically get you through things. So I don't know if that was the case, but they definitely look sharper than us. We conceded a cheap goal. We need to manage the game a bit better and just play a lot better. But as I said, there's many things to be happy about. Mainly is that we won. We've got injuries. We've got players that don't necessarily convince us for next season, but it's decent. It's nice to see the squad players stepping up. El Nene, since he's come in. Rob Holding, man of the match. Forget the goal. He's probably the only one that stood up to be counted from the start. Eddie and Nketiah dropping deep, chasing lost causes, winning fouls, working hard. We know the bars on the floor at Arsenal. I don't want to praise players for working hard, but this is it. I think he did everything well but score. I would say the only thing I think Eddie could improve at, and even rattled Declan Rice. Declan Rice, who, he's saying that, Eddie Nketiah's mum, poor old auntie's giving him gel off, and he's acting like he don't know people. We've boxed him in his backyard, and he's crying like that, especially when his team's added on time. Declan Rice is a good player with good potential, but that decision making is why clubs at this moment might not spend 150 million on you, or maybe that's the decision making that saw Chelsea release you. Cry more, you prick. But anyways, away from Declan, I like the guy, I like my club more. As I said, man, if I take myself back on this emotional roller coaster of the game, first 10 minutes, a lot of shaky passes. Tavares, a serial offender, but again, I saw it from Eddie. I saw it from Eddie Nketiah. I saw it from Xhaka. I saw it from El Nene. I saw Gabriel. Even play Odegaard, a number of players. There's not too many few players today can say they didn't play poor passes that invited pressure on us, even in the second half when we did a lot better. I think there was a lot of gaps. I think there was dodgy defending from both sides. I think it looked like we was lacking progressive movement and progressive ideas and progressive passing. It felt like we was forcing things a bit. I felt like, once again, a lot of it is because of the personnel. Odegaard's having to drop way too deep. And obviously, if he's in our half, then there's only so much he can do to affect the game for us. I feel from the minutes 20 to 30, it's fairly even. Nobody really harming stuff. Credit to West Ham, very cultured on the ball, knocking it, showing that they'll counter attack if you give them a reason to. I felt we needed 20th to 30th minute. I think we needed to just relax a bit. We looked a bit tense. We looked like, you get it, like there's that. With the exception of Tavares, he probably looked a bit too comfortable. Ultimately, I think we lacked, at this period, we lacked variety, we lacked movement, we lacked ideas. I think at this period, Saka, when he did get on the ball, literally our wingers weren't on the ball enough, or we weren't getting it to them enough. He looked kind of lively and things like that. But apart from that, it was dead. Shout out to Eddie Nketiah in the 38th minute for earning the corner, really. That's what Eddie can give you. Holding deserves that goal, Only taking him 6 years and a better hairline, like Ramsdale said. But, again, I want good footballers, I don't like really the sub stories at Arsenal, but you like to see, especially when you hear people like Nketiah, El Nene Holding, they're just, obviously nobody wants to be left out of the team. To a degree, even Cedric, when you hear these guys are working hard, they're doing what they're doing, they're not, they as much as you can be happy, that you like to see good things happen for them. And, I would have loved to have seen Eddie get a goal. I think his performance deserved it. And I think for me, him and Holding probably the best players on the pitch for me. One love to Ramsdale for the save he made. But yeah, man, Eddie done well against Southampton. Game of the season for you is probably Chelsea. Didn't let yourself down against United, even though you should have scored. And it's your place to lose, in it. You're playing your old team in Leeds. Hopefully it's written in the stars you scored there, innit? But Holding earned the corner. Saka took it, and we showed that. Or at the time, West Ham scored, I think, 10 goals from set pieces. We showed why no one's talking about it, but we're also an improved side from them. Pardon me. And it's one of those games, it's not about playing well at this moment of the season. You get the result, and then you talk about things you could have done to improve. We played stupid games. We won stupid prizes. We failed to clear our lines properly. In fact, when I say that, Holding's won the header, and then since other than that, we haven't touched the ball when Bowen scored. Lovely play from Declan Rice. See how good you are, Declan, when you stop doing handbags and you focus on the team. Finds Kofal, who, let's be honest, considering the fact that West Ham were fatigued and their fullbacks are not their first choice. You got Fredericks on the left, Cresswell playing centre half. To a degree, and obviously on the right hand side you've got Kofal. That's a makeshift defense like ours. We didn't really ask questions, really. Both teams struggled to really defend, and this is probably why there's been 3 goals. But yeah, Kofal's done very well. Lovely movement from Bowen. Again, when he focuses on football like Declan Rice, fantastic player. Instead, he wanted to do dirty diving and dive in at any opportunity. Should have probably had 2 yellows. Complete Arsenal bias hat on. But yeah, man, Bowen's not picked up until it's too late. He slapped it in. It's 1-1. Now, it is what it is, people. I feel at halftime, my thoughts was, our sloppy passes are presenting them with counters. Like, I'm not blaming just these players, but I was counting some. Eddie, Xhaka, El Nene, Tavares, Odegaard, all had moments that I noted down. Ramsdale made a big save to deny Declan Rice again. Busy day. They were just crossing in it. We knew what time it was. Again, the main thing that scared me is we looked a bit flat and lethargic on top of lacking ideas, probably. But yeah, probably the only good thing in the first half we did is we scored, if I'm completely honest with you. Second half, I think we did a lot better. Gabriel Martinelli, lovely to find his teammate and namesake and fellow Brazilian in Gabriel. Defenders FC today, much like them boys over in Southwest London, people. And it's both our centre-backs that got the 2 new hairlines. Gabriel scores. That's his 4th goal of the season, same as Laka, I'm sure. And Gabriel does love to score a clutch goal. It's lovely to win away from home. It's lovely to keep the pressure on this top 4 stuff. It's lovely to just ultimately win the game. It's lovely to start the month better. It's lovely to win ugly. Now, I don't think if you win ugly, you didn't play well. But, I just feel it was one of them games where we had to win ugly, but we was quite terrible, really and truly. And I just feel the last 3 games, as much as I'm happy to beat Man United, West Ham United and Chelsea, which in our first 3 games prior to that, we couldn't see it. We could have won, lost and drawn them. So there's many things we can improve on, game management, man management, not being flat, following runners, just being a little less naive. You know, there's many things we can work on, but there's many positives. We won the game. We showed some fight. We showed some resilience. You know, squad players are doing what we need to do at this moment of the season. We keep fighting. And yeah, man, Spurs won. Chelsea dropped points. You know, whether Chelsea want to keep dropping points and make third open season, whether, you know, now Spurs kind of have to get something against Liverpool, which I can't lie, I think they are. I hope to be wrong, pardon me. I guess the duppies in my room are Liverpool fans. They tried to make me choke. But yeah, man, it is what it is. 3 wins, conceding cheap goals, game management isn't there. But, you know, there's a lot to work on. And I'm sure Arteta will. It's always nice to win. Like I said, win the game, ask questions later, innit? So it is what it is, man. Obviously, the only downside I would say, I think Arteta has said Saka and Tomiyasu are calm, but you saw them have to come off the pitch. And obviously, we heard in the build up to the game, Ben White's got a hamstring knock now. For me, I'm no medical man, but once you hear hamstring, surely missing 2 weeks or so. And at this moment in the season, there's 4 games or so left in it. So you miss 2 weeks, you've missed 50% of what's left of the season. It's the worst time for that. But yeah, man, I'd say the main improvements that need to be made once again defensively, because it's just another cheap goal to concede. There were periods in the first half, like the second, where both teams were on top. I think we defended well. We slugged through it. We looked a bit more convincing. Like I've seen Tavares mop up defensively in the second half, or the second half of the second half. So we got through it in it. We need to do a lot better. We can play a lot better. But yeah, man, win first and then do these other things. So I'm a happy bunny, man. I hope everyone's well and safe. As I said, Arsenal 2, West Ham 1. You lot stay safe, stay blessed. Check out the live streams and the live content. Please make sure you're subscribing. Better than that, please make sure you're hitting the like button. Every like boosts the algorithm, man. On that note, what's ever left of your Sunday or at the time of listening to this, appreciative for that. Hope you lot stay blessed, stay safe. Hopefully next week is good, innit? Now, West Ham gave a good account of themselves, and they're going to Frankfurt probably on crud, in it, but it's 2 back-to-back defeats in all comps. So yeah, I was a bit surprised that they went with that back 4, but it's kind of what we are saying in the build-up to the game, in that when they switched to a back 5, they actually look a bit shaky. And I definitely thought against Arsenal, if I was West Ham, you shouldn't do that. It's another game where maybe Tavares has been targeted and they've got some change with that, and especially away from home now, there's serious problems, or just games that are kind of mattering. We're getting through it, but now you've got to add in Chelsea with Aspilicueta, United with the penalty, and just in general today, not alone but a mistake, left to his own devices and not helped against Crystal Palace, but Crystal Palace subbed against Nottingham Forest, Anfield as well, Old Trafford as well. So yeah, a lot for the young man to improve on, you know, but it is what it is. As I said, Holding and Nketiah are the players of the game for me, but it is what it is, man. It's a team effort. We win, lose, and draw together. Tomorrow we start again and we begin preparing for Leeds. I'd say the main thing for me is, can we not look lethargic? I know Leeds are not in Europe, so there's no excuse. On that note, you lot stay blessed. I'm out.
There's always just that active and that defending.
I think it's like